Hey, this is Q2, and first I want to apologize for the reason that I haven't updated on the stuff that I've been working on is because I've been suffering some pretty bad headaches, well, actually for the past few years they just kind of come and go, and for the past few months I've been having like severe headache definitely at least once a week, and it's really actually more like 2 or 3 times a week. I don't know what's going on with the headaches. Maybe I'm just overworked or stressed or depressed or whatever. But either way, I had to deal with the headaches. Had to relax or whatever. The other reason is because since the new Pokemon XY came out, I was actually trying not to play it, but eventually, January, February, or whatever, I decided, okay, I'll try to play Pokemon XY. And the real reason why I was trying to avoid it was because I have this idea of Spirit Stars Pokemon crossover fan fiction, and I've had that ever since Ruby Sapphire, the third generation Pokemon, and every new generation of Pokemon, I update the story in my mind and uh, switch the Pokemon around and stuff like that. So, as I was saying, I'll try to play Pokemon XY, and then maybe I won't. I'll try not to get inspired to do another update the Pokemon Spirit Stars crossover again. And that was a big epic fail. So, yeah, I've been working on rebuilding the Spirit Stars teams and adding another character into the mix, which I've been trying to introduce for a while. Have not found I guess I haven't figured out a way that I thought would be effective for its character, but I'm still trying to introduce him. In any case, it was his team that I've been working on for the longest while, because his team is the most diverse, I believe. Except for the weakness to fairy types, that seems to have a huge impact on his team. But anyway, decided to try out his team online, and for the most part, I believe it's effective. I just would rather have 6-on-6 battles, but I can't get them without bothering somebody else. I don't know, maybe I'll ask some other YouTubers about it, but to battle me 6-on-6. But either way, the reason why I'm making this video is because one of the things that I've been trying to calculate is how to deal with the new legendary Xerneas. Usually I don't run Ubers, and what I prefer to do is to figure out a way to use regular, ordinary, cream of the crop Pokemon against the Ubers and still come out on top. And that's what this new team is all about. It's about taking advantage of the situation no matter how bad it gets. So, with this in mind, I studied Xerneas, watched videos of how people use Xerneas, and I just thought that this thing was probably the biggest threat to the entire team. So I had to figure out some kind of way to deal with Xerneas, and I had a strategy in mind. And I never expected that I would run into Xerneas this early, but it turns out I went online, and after several battles, I finally came up against a Xerneas, and I was actually happy because I get to try out the strategy. I wasn't sure if I'll get the opportunity to implement it, but things worked out, and I'm happy because I just got the chance to experiment the strategy, which I think would work for this team. So I'll play the battle now, and you guys get to see what I'm talking about. I'll apologize for not having an actual capture card. I'm hoping at some point in the future to get one for the 3DS. But either way, let's get on with it. Okay, so this is the battle with the Xerneas. When I saw his entire team, I figured I probably have a good coverage using starting off with Flygon because I figured since Flygon was the dragon type, he had lots of specific types. I figure I'll just start off with Flygon because Flygon will have a resistance to most of the Pokemon that he has, so I should have an advantage in the beginning. So that's what I wound up doing in the very beginning, but his first Pokemon was a Lapras, and I was thinking to myself, I don't have a safe switch in on this thing. Immediately I'm like, GG? So I had no choice but to go for the Rock Tomb. I have Rock Tomb for the speed decrease. Might go back to Rock Slide later. Of course he goes for the Ice Beam. I was more afraid of the fact that he'll use Ice Shard because Lapras does have access to Ice Shard, and you can run a physical Lapras if you want to. I decided to let Flygon die, whip out my Hitmonlee, and just go straight for the close combat. Not sure if he was expecting the close combat, but I guess it doesn't really matter. But after this, he immediately goes right into Xerneas, and this was the situation that I was hoping for. So, going right into Xerneas, I have a strategy in case it powers up with Geomancy. But I figured he would probably try to just take out Hitmonlee in the beginning, which I said, okay, I'll just go ahead and use Endure here. And that's when the strategy would have worked if he'd already powered up with Geomancy, but he didn't. The red card forces Xerneas out, and whatever Pokemon comes up next, I'll go ahead and get the big reversal. But it wound up to being Charizard, so I was pretty much screwed on that part. So I decided to just go ahead and go for the reversal. I knew it wouldn't kill him, but I knew it should take him down enough for my Houndoom to come in and finish it off with a regular attack. Now, when it saw Mega Evolve, I was thinking that this was going to be a Y, but it actually wound up being a Charizard X. But it still didn't matter because I did invest a lot of speed in this Houndoom. This Houndoom is pretty fast, so I took him out with the Dark Pulse. Now, here I'm thinking I'm probably going to lose this match because all he needed was 2 turns to finish me off with Geomancy White Herb, and I'm thinking I can only kill this thing in 3 turns. Like, it's only going to take me 3 turns. But when I noticed that the White Herb didn't activate, I was like, oh my god, I just won this match because he gave me the extra turn that I needed in order to kill him. So he goes into Geomancy activates on the 2nd turn. And of course it gets the speed increase, which is what I was more or less waiting for. Because I bet you thought this Houndoom was my Mega. Surprise! It's a Sash Houndoom. And for good reason too. But the extra turn that he gave me was enough for me to finish off Xerneas. So this was a victory for me, the very first time going up against Xerneas, and things actually worked out. Not sure what item Xerneas had. I mean, who knows? It might have been Resto Chesto. Might have been Resto Chesto, but I don't know. I guess I can always just do a mock battle and find out. But I'm very surprised on that. Also, I was wondering why it didn't go into Mega Charizard right when the Hitmonlee, right when the Hitmonlee force switched him in, but I guess that's why, because it was Charizard X, and if he did Mega at that time, they lose the flying type advantage, and Hitmonlee would have definitely taken him out with a reversal. So good game on his part. Definitely a smarter player than what I gave him credit for, because he had all these powerful Pokemon, but yeah, definitely a big surprise on Charizard X, but then again, I'm guessing he's just using Pokemon X. I use Pokemon Y. I've got Evital, but I don't really use it. I don't really use legendaries unless if I guess they're like underused legendaries, like Mewtwo, Groudon, and I don't see anybody running Ho-Oh. And I guess I like Palkia, and I think the only other legendary that I like is Xerneas. I mean, not Xerneas, Evital. Xerneas to me is even worse than Kyogre. To me, I don't know to anyone else, but Kyogre I thought was probably the most broken legendary, and now I'm thinking Xerneas has got to be the most broken legendary. But either way, very good match, and hopefully I'll get a capture card and be able to upload some more Pokemon battles, and maybe I'll accept some challenges later on. What I really need to do is to practice using the Spirit Stars team, so we can see how truly effective they are in the heat of battle. But that's it. Thanks for watching.